What's going on, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. I am here just sitting in our office. This is actually a place that I love to come to sit down and have a quiet area that I can focus and get some work done. And by work, I don't mean bringing my office work home. I mean by just coming in here and sitting down and journaling, coming in here and sitting down and writing some things that I need to get off my chest, but also just taking the time to sit down and slow my life down and read and kind of dive into some books. I never was a big reader when I was younger, and I always kind of found the fastest way out of reading a book. And I think one of the biggest things that I have that I wish I did when I was younger was pay more attention on why reading books was so important. So I started this year with a short that I just put out on Walter Paytons' autobiography, Never Die Easy. This is the first book that I read this year. Absolutely fantastic book. I'll be reading it again probably next year just to kind of go back through and add even more notes than I added in this time around. Right now, I'm currently in the middle of, or I'm almost at the end of Band of Brothers. And so I'm trying to read about a book a month. It doesn't matter if I do end up reading it a month. It's not a race. It's not a challenge. But to me, it's more so I get really into these books and I just kind of dive into them head first and I start reading them. But Band of Brothers has been fantastic. If you've seen the series, I cannot recommend the book enough. It is very close to the series, but you do get a lot of things outside of what maybe they didn't put in the show, or you get to see different versions of what happened, and you can also kind of piece together things that they had to work around in the show itself. But reading the book has been really incredible. And this will also, I watch the series once a year anyway. I love World War II. I love everything about World War II. Just the history about it just fascinates me. So I have a whole group of books on the Pacific Theater, and I have now I'm starting to build up my books in the Europe in that whole theater portion of World War II, and I haven't found any in the books of World War II in Africa, things like that, but I'm sure I'll be able to find one. One thing that I've really found important with reading is not making it a race. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not here to speed read. I do want to get a book a month done so I can finish with 12 books by the end of the year, but if it doesn't work out that way because I'm reading a book maybe at a slower pace, or I'm reading something that I'm kind of taking a little bit slower, then I'm totally okay with that. It's not like I'm in a competition with myself, but most importantly, I'm trying to retain a lesson from each book that I read. I'm trying to retain something that when I go back to it and read it again the following year or in 6 months or whatever it may be, I want to be able to find new things that I missed on the first time around and kind of dive back into those. But I've just been really into reading and writing lately. I've been writing a ton. And with reading, I kind of gained the creative outlet to begin writing some short stories. And so right now I'm working on 4 different short stories that are horror stories based out here in the Pacific Northwest. So I like to go walking a lot, and I like to hit the trails, and I like to be out in the woods. And so I'm writing some stories on things that would put me at a very uneasy feeling or scare me, or kind of dive into my fears of open water and things like that, with just some folklore on the stories of some of the lakes that we have around here in Washington, and just kind of dive into some things that personally scare me. I'm really excited to be working on that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to just put it all together, and I have a whole board of notes and everything that I'm working on, and I'm currently just about to start diving into my first story. So tomorrow I'm going to be hitting a trail, and I'm going to kind of pick up on visual cues on things that would make me uncomfortable. So something stalking me along my trail, or something that's kind of out of sight, but I feel is there in presence. But that's kind of what is putting all of this together, is I just want to make something that would scare me. And I love horror things. I love scary things. So I think it's going to pair really nicely when I write all these stories. But a book that's really been helping me with that is In Ghostly Japan. So I picked this book up probably 2 or 3 months ago, And I got it just kind of out of the curiosity that I had. And a lot of the curiosity that I had was when I lived in Japan, I was obsessed. I mean, I was absolutely obsessed with the paranormal and the folklore and the urban legends and the demons that they have, and all those different kinds of stories that come about that you hear from the olden days. And I think that that's kind of tying into what's making me want to write these short stories, write these scary things, is just a book that is just talking about just some really creepy things that make you feel uneasy, and they just they tie really nicely into that, and I really enjoy it. But that's been a big focus of mine, is reading. Alongside my physical health is really obviously one of the biggest things that I'm tackling, but just being better in general. Being on my phone less is really important to me, so reading has kind of taken up that gap space, which has been actually really, really helpful. And I feel more creative since I've been tuning more into books and since I've been writing a lot more. But I wanted to share that with you guys because it's really important to me. And ultimately, this channel is just about my growth as a human being, and to have people tune in and to have people chime in and talk about their stories through their health journeys. But now I'm able to kind of open it up a little bit more to things that I care about outside of just personal health. I want to know why people love to read books. I want to know what scares people. I want to know what they think about books like these. And I just want to talk about things that I love. And that's why I made this channel, is just to do things that I love. I have no expectation to make this channel some big, exciting production. It's more so I'm just a human being. I'm an everyday guy just going through life one step at a time. And having the audience and having the people jump into that with me has been absolutely incredible. And it's been a journey that over the last year since I started this channel has been amazing to see grow. I mean, I went from 1 subscriber to 10 subscribers to 20 subscribers to now I'm at 56, which is absolutely incredible. I honestly never would have saw my channel being there. But it's important to me. It's important to me, and I love having this outlet to be creative, to talk about things that I love, and so for you guys to be a part of that journey, it's really special to me. So, but I'm going to get out of your guys' hair for the day. This has been my long form video talking about why I'm reading, why I'm doing what I'm doing, some of the stuff that I'm working on, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.